And still usually top 8ing in them as well. And commentating on top of that as well.
These people have a lot of passion for the game, so we have nothing but thanks for these people. Something that Picafort pointed out while he was commentating with me earlier is that XenoM has improved a ridiculous amount over the last year, and that his movement in particular is very, very tricky. It is very unpredictable, given what you would usually expect Shulk mains to do. He seems very fond of utilizing the speed Monado to catch his opponents off guard, and he's made it this far. We'll see if he can make it through all of these projectiles coming from Marcbri. For Glory Link, obviously a very known archetype that annoys many players, but this certainly isn't the same thing.
Marcbri does seem to be a step above that. Oh, very nice up B there.
Seems like Marcbri is having some difficulties making it back with that reverse up B from XenoM. Very good edge guard. Already seals out the first stock. Oh, but that misinput might cost him.
Wow.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Just 59% as well.
Yeah. He managed to get that amazing chain edge guard on Marcbri.
He's opted for speed.
In this game, mentality is a big part of the game. So you certainly have to avoid getting tilted by these kinds of predicaments.
It really does look like Marcbri's in trouble in terms of recovery here.
Yeah. It looks like he's favoring using back air over pulling a bomb.
Yeah, I think
when he recovers.
Yeah, I think perhaps having that bomb in hand would be useful.
That's something we certainly see come from a ton of other players, notably actually T from Japan.
T, yeah.
Very, very good player.
Yeah, this is in fact the matchup I see at the high level quite a lot with Come. Wow.
That,
okay, taking it.
That back air with the Smashman was able to take it even on battlefield.
Yeah, you'll often see Come and T squaring off. One of the very best Shulks against almost certainly the very best Link.
Marcbri seems to be considering maybe a character switch.
Yeah.
I mean, it did come down to the wire at that last stock, but he also has to consider that SD that happened from XenoM earlier in the game. So, but it seems like Mark is confident in his pick. Maybe he's thought of some way to keep XenoM out.
So I think this combination of both jump and speed arts is just his way of maneuvering around the projectile game of Link.
Yeah.
And so far it seems to be working pretty well.
Switching into speed. He's been getting some crazy follow-ups with the speed Monado in these last sets that we've seen from him. Back in his set against Pitikla, he was able to get a neutral air into another neutral air, into two forward airs off over the edge. So he certainly has a lot of knowledge of follow-ups with Shulk with the different Monados.
That was a big miss there. I think if he'd gone for forward smash, he probably would have taken out the stock, but went for up smash instead. Didn't quite reach and got punished.
Now we're seeing the shield art come out. We've also seen this a couple of times from XenoM already as well. He does seem like he favors that backslash gambit when he has shield Monado on, because he knows that he's not going to die if he misses or if it gets shielded. So it's certainly a calculated risk using that very strong move with the shield Monado, with that down air, able to take it from center stage. That was
that
a very unexpected
very close.
chase.
Nice early up B there. Finally the up air taking it out.
Seems like Marcbri was going for some kind of setup with that boomerang, but decided against jumping over. Probably considered the possibility that XenoM would see through it.
I think Marcbri's adapted pretty well, considering the way that first game went.
Yeah.
Looking for the lock perhaps there.
Yeah, that either looked like a lock or an attempt at a ranged tech chase of some sort.
I think the big difference is he's able to get a lot more grabs in this game.
Marcbri being aggressive even against the shield Monado. It does seem like Marcbri is being very adept at switching up between a more projectile heavy and keep away game into these strong aerials every now and then off of short hops.
And the up tilt's going to take it.
Some very clear adjustments being made by Marcbri in this game. And perhaps the stage counter pick also working in his advantage.
These are also best of 5, aren't they?
Yes, all of these are best of 5. I believe it's been that way since top 16.
We're in top 8 now, yes.
Yes. This is top 8 losers. I believe some of losers bracket is also being played on the Spanish stream for Smash Bros. Spain. I think it might be El Bardo and Piticla playing right now in the other stream. So if you want to multi-Twitch and check both of these out at the same time, that is certainly an option.
The rare counter there from Shulk.
Oh, that was an amazing catch with that F-tilt, and that bomb might have saved him.
Unfortunately, the bomb has pushed him the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't think Marcbri was expecting that. Oh.
And XenoM's had enough of that stock.
We're seeing a weird amount of SDs recently.
Again, Marcbri's all over him here with these grabs.
Marcbri getting some odd follow-ups with back air seem to be netting him stage control. Probably prefers having XenoM off stage than having him above him because he can come down with many of his aerials and uses Monados to escape disadvantage. Oh, that was a huge read coming from XenoM.
Very good read on the jump, yeah. It's just the second hit of forward smash hitting there.
It looked like he was early on the read as well because the first hit missed and he delayed the second hit in order to actually catch the jump that he thought was coming a bit earlier.
Another forward tilt there, caught him.
Has to switch to jump and barely makes it without the jump Monado, but that
and the
up smash
is
will
going to do it.
XenoM seems to be deep in thought.
It's been a huge, huge turnaround, hasn't it? I think the first game he was far too reliant on projectiles. This game he's decided, close the distance, go for Zairs and grabs, and it's really, really paid off.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it seems like Marcbri is using the projectile game as kind of a misdirection in order to bait XenoM to do certain things in order to get through that projectile game, and then immediately switches off to a more aggressive playstyle where he uses back air specifically, and sometimes even forward air and down air to hit XenoM when he least expects it.
Yeah, another adjustment I've seen is from Marcbri, that he's been doing slightly earlier up Bs to avoid the offstage game of XenoM.
Yeah, we saw all of those reverse up Bs paying off big time for XenoM in the first game. We haven't seen much of that since. Trying to use that speedman auto to chase off after the initial forward air.
And that's going to do it out of the jump.
Looks like it might be over for XenoM. We'll see if he can make it back.
Good aggressive option there.
Marcbri being very aggressive in this offstage pressure by using the down air from on stage to try to catch the options from XenoM. Huge pressure coming from XenoM, but Marcbri manages to make it back despite the reverse up B. This time he had a bomb in hand that might have helped him out as well.
Oh, very
amazing
nice
counter
counter.
placed. Yeah. Very quick pivot grab using that speed, and that might have used up the jump, and that's...
Yeah.
Oh, XenoM having a light pop-off right there. Able to catch that jump and seal out the stock extremely early, managing to take back that game that looked very, very much lost for him in the very beginning.
Given that XenoM does seem to have that very strong edge guarding game, I think I'd like to see Marcbri keep hold of those bombs just in case.
Seems like we're seeing Marcbri play a bit more of a keep away again. XenoM managing to break that zone. Using a lot of jab to try and hit Marcbri off when they're in a very close quarters situation.
The bomb's now gone. Okay, he's plucked another one. Oh, lovely read there on the roll. And just 17%.
He was very patient.
Suddenly from it seeming to be in Marcbri's pocket. Now XenoM's looking very poised to take this.
XenoM trying to use that horizontal mobility to try to make it off the ledge with the speed Monado. Here we see that jab again, working wonders for XenoM in this particular game. Oh, barely manages to jump over that up smash. Good call from Marcbri, but just off by an inch. And again, XenoM manages to avoid the up smash, trying to catch the landing.
We've seen a few of those speculative fairs, and none of them are landed. Okay, wow. Falls out of the second hit of the F smash.
Marcbri does seem a little bit concerned right now. Very focused. Oh, manages to make it back despite the huge amount of coverage.
And that up tilt is going to do it.
Doesn't look like Marcbri was very happy about it, but that was an amazing set from XenoM. He's been doing great all day today.
The adjustments on both sides were very interesting.
Yeah, that was a very back and forth set. Started out with XenoM dominating the first game very, very heavily, to Marcbri adapting and doing a very good second and third games. And then we see XenoM managing to get that gimp in game 4.